First, how do you avenge the loss you had in Champaign?
Yeah, I mean, I think just coming out here and kind of doing what we do. Everybody knows that wasn't a great game on our part, and it was a really good game for them. So I think it's just playing to our strengths and trying to avenge that loss. I mean, it definitely is a rivalry game, so it'll be fun, and I know that this venue will be popping, so it'll be a really good game to try to come back and kind of do what we do and get one back.
You have been really putting up the points. How is your comfortability right now with the basket?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think I just kind of got back to playing my game and kind of letting the game come to me. I think that if I go out and I'm worried about, defending, rebounding, and, taking the challenge on defense, that the offense will take care of itself. And I find that to be kind of a good formula so far, so I'm just going to stick to that for sure.
It's not always the case that a guard is leading the team in rebounds. How much pride do you take in that ability that you have on the floor?
Yeah, try to take as much pride as I can. I think it's a huge aspect of, winning is rebounding, and we've kind of struggled with it at times. So just trying to, lead by example and try to go get as many rebounds as I can. And, I think we've done a really good job lately of other people, getting up there in 7-8 rebounding games. So definitely try to take pride in it and try to lead by example.
Going back to this rivalry, last year you guys got them here at home. It had been a while since you beat them. What do you remember about that atmosphere, and what do you expect tomorrow night from the crowd?
Yeah, I think I just remember it being super electric in here, and I definitely expect to have the same kind of turnout, and hopefully it can be the same result. We really feed off the fans, and I'm sure it'll be a really fun game. This time tomorrow.
It can be strange because there's a lot of orange here too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so it's kind of there are definitely a lot of Illinois alumni in this area, but I think what we kind of really focus on is like the students, and I know that'll be all purple, so that'll be fun.
First, it seems like the last few games you've stepped up when Northwestern has needed it, hitting late threes and getting to the 10 when Buie hasn't been able to go. Do you feel like you're taking on a leading role when Buie isn't able to go, and what's that been like for you?
Yeah, I definitely trying to, because I know that he is going to draw a lot of attention. So just by the more aggressive I can be and the more confident I can be, I think it ultimately helps him as well as everybody else. So just trying to be a leader in that aspect, and especially on defense, trying to do that as well. But yeah, definitely trying to make it easier on everybody else by being a little more confident.
With Terrence Shannon back in Illinois' lineup, how much does that change defensive scouting prep?
Yeah, I mean, I think it changes it a little bit. He's a great player. He's super explosive. But, a lot of the other guys have still been playing really well. With him back, it kind of gives them, like the first or second option on the team, get to fall back to the second or third so that, a little more comfortable, can play a little more confident. So I think it changes it a little bit. But, really we're going to stick to our principles and just kind of, be physical, do what we do, and hopefully we can come out with a win.
In learning from that first game against Illinois, what have you guys focused most on in practice and in prep?
Yeah, toughness. I think that we, utterly just got out tough that first game. And they had our number, the whole game. I mean, it really wasn't like a 10-minute segment. They kind of dominated us the whole game. So I think it's us just being tough, coming out, having fun with it, and trying to get another. It's a Big Ten games. We're blessed to have this opportunity to try to go out there and get a win.
So obviously you've had 9 steals in the last 2 games, and in the past game against Illinois, you guys allowed 96 points. Can you just talk about that added defensive presence tomorrow, especially because you've been kind of go from that last game?
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of goes back to the last question a little bit, just being tough, and just kind of being where we have to be, listening to our coaches, and I think if we do that, we'll be in a really good spot.
You guys have now played 7 games to your conference schedule. Where would you evaluate how the team has performed thus far, especially compared to last year?
Yeah, I think we're kind of right on par with where we were last year with a strong start. But we can't let one loss turn into 2, turn into 3. We got to every game come out, look at it as one game at a time. I think it's really good. I think we're in a really good spot, but we just got to keep going and keep being confident, protect home court, and then try to steal a few on the road. But that's all one game at a time, kind of taking it one step at a time. And I think if we do that, we'll be in a good spot come March. Thanks, Brooks. Yep, appreciate it. Thanks. Yep.
Yeah. We're joined here by Buie. They're ready to questions for Buie.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just going to have to be able to come out and defend them, stop them early in transition and just, really dial in the half-court defense and, block them out on the glass.
How different are they with Terrence Shannon?
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good player. He's a one-man fast break, so, we're just going to have to do a good job on him as well. But, we're going to be ready for anybody who's out there.
when you guys have a game like that, I'm sure you want to just flush it, but it's a necessary evil to go back and watch the tape. What was that like to have to go through and see giving up 96 points just not?
Yeah, I mean, no, it reminded us, we're gonna use it as fuel for this next game, and it sucks, losing like that. So hopefully, the guys in the locker room, we're gonna come together and remember that, and go out there and play.
A tough shooting night against Nebraska. How do you bounce back against Illinois?
Yeah, you just got to stay confident. Happens to the best, and you just get back in the gym and you find your shot and you stay confident. And so I'm just gonna go out and continue to play the same way I've been playing, and things happen.
You've played against Illinois now for 5 years in your career. It's kind of been up and down for you guys, but what would you say this game means to you guys as a program and just kind of the state of basketball in Illinois?
Yeah. I mean, it's a big time rivalry, so it's going to be a huge, big time environment, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to the game.
What do they do defensively in the first game to kind of limit you, and how are you trying to overcome that in this game?
Yeah, I mean, they like to get out and deny in the pass lanes and stuff. So I think just being able to withstand the pressure and just be able to get downhill and get guys open. That's what we're gonna have to do.
You played against Terrence in the past. What makes him explosive and really tough to guard?
Yeah, he has a really quick first step. He's a strong downhill driver. He likes to get left. But he's a really good athlete, and he can make some shots. He's just a good player.
Boo, can you talk a little bit about Brooks' emergence after the last 2 games of career highs? Can you talk about if you have an off night or his ability to compliment you on the offensive side?
Yeah, no, Brooks has been a huge piece, as we know, coming into the season. Brooks is really playing with confidence. I think he's been playing with high confidence the last 2 games, and he's been really performing. So I'm just proud of the way he's been playing. We're going to need that tomorrow.
Coach asked you to play in the high 30s for minutes or sometimes the whole game. Teams kind of struggle to execute sometimes down the stretch for Wisconsin and now Nebraska. Do you feel like fatigue's playing an impact there?
No, I feel like I'm well conditioned. Coming into the season, I knew I was going to be a high minute guy, and so I was doing a great job, and the coaches do a great job in practice, just making it more tough than when I'm out there in the game. So it's actually easier in the game than it has been in practice.
I'll say.